Good morning, students. Today we will learn about the chapter Understanding Quadrilaters, in which we will discuss about the definition which I had already sent you via screenshot. Now I will explain you the definitions which I had already sent to you. Understanding quadrilateral. First of all, we will talk about the plane curve. What do you mean by plane curve? When we join a number of points without lifting a pencil from the paper, we will get a plane curve. Like an example, if we have number of dots and we want to join it with the help of a line without, that means it is a curve. That is your plane curve. Curve can be any form. It can be like this with the help of lines, and that means we not need to pick up our pen. That means we have, without lifting it, we have to draw. If we are lifting like this, if we are now I had lift to join this diagonal, so that means it is not a plane curve. Plane curve means we should not lift the pencil or pen. So this is not a plane curve, and this is your plane curve in which we not need to lift our pen or pencil, whatever we have. Plane curves. After that we have a term polygon. What do you mean by polygon? First of all, closed and open curve. I have closed curve means this is your closed curve and this is your open curve. Open curve, in the open curve you can identify initial point and final point. That means you can identify starting point and end point. But in closed figure you are not able to recognize from which point it starts and from which point it ends, and that means both are same. End point, if initial point, end point and starting point are same, that means it is a closed figure. But if the initial point and final point is different and we can easily see the starting and end point, that means it is open figure. This is your open plane curve and this is your closed plane curve. So these type of curves we have, open and closed. If a closed curve made up of only line segment is called a polygon. Like in example this one, it is only made up of line segment. We had not drawn any type of curve in between. This is your polygon. But if we had just do it, a slight curve we had used, then it is not a polygon. Polygon means if we are using slightly a curve, that means it is not a polygon. In polygons we have to use the line segments only. We have to use only line segments. We will not use any closed line. If we had used it, that means it is not a line polygon. These two are not polygon. These are not polygon. And these two are polygons. If we are talking about the circle, it is a closed figure, closed plane curve, but it is not a polygon. This is also not a polygon. Now we have the classification of the polygons. Which type of polygons are? Polygons start from the initial three lines. Okay, polygons of three side is known as triangle. Polygon of three side. If there are three sides, number of sides are 3, that is known as triangle. This is triangle. Polygon of 3 side is known as triangle. If we have 4 sides, then it is known as quadrilateral. If it has 4 sides, then the polygon is known as quadrilateral. If polygon has 5 sides. Always we have to use the line segment if we are talking about the polygons. So if it has 5 sides, then it is known as 5 side is known as pentagon. It is known as pentagon. If we are talking about 6 sides, if we have these 6 sides, it is known as hexagon. Hexagon. If we are talking about 7 sides, now we have 7 sides, it is known as heptagon. If we are talking about 8 sides, if we are talking about 8 sides, it is our octagon. Then if we are talking about 9, it is nonagon. If we are talking about 10, it is decagon, nonagon, and if we are talking about 10, it is decagon. And if we are not aware of the numbers n, we can say n sides if we have, then we are saying these are polygons. These all are known as polygons. Polygon of 3 sides is known as triangle. Polygon of 4 sides is known as quadrilateral. Then 5 sides, then 6, then 7, 8, 9, 10. And if we have more than 10, we can just call it polygons. Polygons are of 2 types. Polygons, there are 2 types of polygon. One is regular polygon, and another is irregular polygon. Other one is irregular polygon. Regular polygon means all sides and angles are equal. If we are talking about regular polygon, that means we are talking about equilateral triangle. If we are talking about regular polygon of 3 sides, that means we are talking about 3 sides. That means we are talking about equilateral triangle, because all sides and all angles should be equal in any regular polygon. If we are talking about 4 sides, that means we are talking about square. If we are talking about pentagon, that means we are talking about regular pentagon, means all sides are of equal length and all angles are of equal length. Regular word meant for equal sides and equal angles. Sides should be equal sides and equal angles. These are your regular polygons. If we are talking about irregular means it is of any side. Like an example, we are talking about a scalene triangle. All sides are different. So if we are talking about rectangle, that means it is irregular polygon, because all 4 sides are not equal. Any pentagon in which one side is more than the other, that is your irregular polygons. These all are pentagons. This is your pentagon. If we are talking about 6, it is your hexagon, but it is irregular. So there are 2 types of polygons, regular and irregular. Then we are coming to the very important thing, that is your diagonal. Diagonal means, diagonal is the line segment which connecting two non-consecutive vertices. Connecting two non-consecutive vertices. Like an example, here we have four vertices we have. These are two connecting, but if we are talking about non-connecting, that means these two are our diagonals. So only two, because these two are consecutives. So two diagonals are rectangle hai. Now if we are talking about rectangle means quadrilateral, we can take any type, four sides if we have, then number of diagonals are 2. But if it is, we have a complex figure, like an example, if we have a hexagon, how we can find the number of diagonals? So I am using another type of pen, blue pen, so that you can easily recognize. We should not take the consecutive ones. These two we will not take. So we can join it with this side, we can this with this vertex, and we can join it this by this vertex. Three vertices we can join it. If we are removing these two, so we have 3 left, so we had joined. Similarly, this side we can join with this one. We cannot take adjacent vertex, this one and this one. Now if we are talking about, we had talked about this one, we had talked about this one. Now take this one. Now these two are already joined, so we have to join it this, join by this. It is already joined. Now we are talking about this one, so like this, it is already joined with this one, join with this and this. Now if we are talking about this one, so these are already joined. So this is very complex figure. Now we have to count how many diagonals we have. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. We have 9 vertices, 9 diagonals, but it's quite complicated. So we have a formula for it, finding the number of diagonals, that is number of diagonals is equal to n into n minus 3 upon 2. N means number of sides. If we have 4 sides like this, quadrilateral we have, if we have 4 sides, so in place of n we will write here 4 minus 3 upon 2. So what will be our answer? 4 into 1 upon 2, that means 2. So diagonals are 2. If we are talking about 6 I will take here, hexagon I will take 6 sides, then diagonal are n into n minus 3 upon 2. That means 6 into 6 minus 3 upon 2. It is equal to 6 into 3 upon 2. So this is your 6. 2 3s are 6, 3 3s are 9. So number of diagonals are 9. So it is easiest way to find the number of diagonal. If we have, because if we have more sides, it becomes complicated. So if they are talking about the 8 sides, you have to find the number of diagonals. So we will just use the formula n into n minus 3 upon 2, and we will solve it. 8 into 8 minus 3 upon 2, that means 8 into 5 upon 2, 20 diagonals. So that is the way we will find the number of diagonals. So for today this is enough for the day. So remaining I will explain you in my next video. Thank you and God bless all of you. Try to solve these type of other problems also. God bless you all.